Max, the playful golden retriever with a wagging tail and floppy ears, was having a lazy afternoon in the backyard. His favorite humans were busy inside, and Max was getting bored. Suddenly, he had an idea. Why not play hide and seek? He thought, his tail wagging furiously. Max had always loved running around, but he had never played this game before. He looked around, searching for someone to play with. First, he ran to Bella, the fluffy white rabbit, and Timmy, the little brown hamster, who were munching on carrots. "Hey, let's play hide and seek!" Max barked excitedly. Bella tilted her head, and Timmy squeaked. "What's that?" asked Bella, twitching her nose. Max grinned. "I'll hide, and you find me." And so, their game began, with Max full of energy and ready for fun. Bella the rabbit and Timmy the hamster weren't sure what to expect, but they were excited to try the game. "All right, Max," Bella said. "You hide first and we'll count to 10. Timmy squeaked, "Yeah, I love a good challenge." Max wagged his tail and dashed off to find the best hiding spot. He quickly sprinted behind the big oak tree, his golden fur blending into the shadows. 1, 2, 3. Bella and Timmy began counting together. Max tried to stay still, but his tail kept twitching with excitement. He had always been quick, but hiding was a new challenge. As the counting reached 7, Max peeked around the tree, watching his friends. "They'll never find me," he thought, grinning. But little did he know, Bella's sharp eyes and Timmy's tiny paws were ready for the challenge. As soon as Bella and Timmy finished counting, they started their search. Bella's long ears twitched, and her nose twirled in the air as she sniffed the ground. "Max's scent is somewhere around here," she whispered to Timmy. Timmy scurried around quickly, his tiny paws tapping on the grass. "Where did he go?" he squeaked, his eyes darting from side to side. Max, hidden behind the oak tree, couldn't help but giggle. He loved the sound of Timmy's tiny squeals and Bella's excited hopping. But he knew he had to stay quiet to keep his hiding spot a secret. As Bella got closer to the tree, Max held his breath. "They're almost here," he thought, his heart racing. Would they find him in time? Or could he win this game? Bella hopped around the oak tree, her nose twitching, trying to follow Max's scent. Timmy darted in and out of the bushes, his little whiskers brushing against the leaves. "Where could he be?" Bella said, her eyes narrowing. Max stayed perfectly still behind the tree, hoping his friends wouldn't spot him. Suddenly, Bella paused. She heard a soft giggle, a sound that only Max would make. "Aha! I found you!" Bella shouted, hopping up and down. Max's golden fur peeked out from behind the tree, and he couldn't hold in his laughter anymore. "I guess you found me!" he barked happily, wagging his tail. But Timmy was still searching the far corner of the yard, oblivious to the fact that Max had already been found. Bella chuckled. "Looks like Timmy's still on the hunt." Max grinned. "Now it's my turn to find you both." And with that, the game was far from over. Bella and Timmy had no idea what Max would do next, but they knew he'd give it his all. Now it was Max's turn to find Bella and Timmy. He stood proudly, his tail wagging with excitement. "You better hide well," Max barked playfully. Bella dashed off towards the bushes, her white fur blending in with the leaves. Timmy, quick as ever, scurried behind the shed, hiding under a pile of leaves. Max closed his eyes and began to count. 1, 2, 3. His tail was wagging so fast he almost couldn't stand still. As Max counted, Bella and Timmy huddled in their hiding spots, trying not to giggle or move a muscle. "They think I won't find them," Max thought, a grin spreading across his face. As Max reached 10, he opened his eyes and took a deep breath. He sniffed the air, trying to catch their scent. First, he trotted toward the bushes where Bella had hidden, his nose leading the way. He sniffed eagerly, but no Bella. Not here, Max thought, and turned his attention to the shed, knowing Timmy was probably nearby. Max padded toward the shed, sniffing the ground with determination. "I can smell Timmy's tiny paws," Max thought. He nosed around the pile of leaves, his big paws digging through the soft, damp earth. Timmy was good at hiding, but Max was better at finding. As Max pushed the leaves aside, A tiny squeak escaped from Timmy. Max's ears perked up. "Gotcha!" he barked happily, wagging his tail. Timmy's eyes went wide and he popped his head out from under the leaves, looking surprised. "I thought I could hide better than that," Timmy squeaked, his whiskers twitching. Max smiled. "You did great, but I've got the best nose in town." He gave Timmy a friendly nudge with his nose. "Now, where's Bella?" Max wondered, looking around. He still hadn't found her. With Timmy tagged, Max turned back to the bushes where Bella had hidden. The game was far from over, and Max couldn't wait to see what she would do next. Max trotted toward the garden, nose low, sniffing for any trace of Bella the rabbit. "Where could she be?" he muttered. The flowers swayed gently, but something felt off. One tulip looked a little too puffy. Max crept closer. Suddenly, poof! Bella popped out from behind the flower patch, giggling. "Surprise!" she squealed. Max jumped back in shock, then burst into a bark laugh. "You got me!" Bella grinned proudly. "I used your shadow to know when to jump." Max was impressed. "That was clever." Timmy joined them, chuckling. "You scared Max good." They all rolled on the grass, laughing. But Max wasn't done. "How about round 2?" he barked. Bella and Timmy nodded excitedly. This time, Max would hide first. With a wag of his tail, Max darted off toward the big oak tree, ready to become the seeker-turned-hider. Bella and Timmy counted loudly, faces hidden behind their paws. 1, 2, 3. Max zipped behind the oak tree and into the tall grass beyond. He found a hollowed-out log and quickly squeezed inside. "Perfect," he whispered. The log smelled earthy, and the cool air tickled his fur. 10! Bella shouted. "Ready or not, here we come!" They hopped and scurried around the yard, calling out for Max. But he stayed completely still. Timmy peeked behind bushes, Bella checked under benches, but there was no sign of the playful pup. "Where did he go?" Bella frowned. Timmy scratched his head. "He's not in his usual spots." Bella's nose twitched. "He is good at this." They paused, listening. Not even a bark. Meanwhile, Max giggled silently inside the log, proud of his hiding skills. Would they ever find him? Timmy scampered past the log once more. "I swear I heard something here," he said. Bella tilted her head. "Let's check again." They crept closer, and suddenly, achoo! Max sneezed. A tiny puff of dust flew from the log's entrance. "There he is!" Bella shouted, pointing. Timmy squeaked in delight. Max poked his head out, laughing. "I almost made it the whole game without being found." Bella smirked. "That sneeze gave you away." Max wagged his tail. "Well, hiding in dusty logs has its risks." They all laughed together. The sun was starting to dip, painting the sky in oranges and purples. "One last round?" Timmy asked eagerly. Max and Bella nodded. "Let's make it the best one," Max barked. As the game continued, their friendship grew stronger, and the backyard felt like their own little world of joy and adventure. The breeze picked up as Max the dog, Bella the rabbit, and Timmy the hamster gathered near the big oak tree. "All right," Max wagged his tail. "Last round, let's make it epic." This time, Timmy insisted on hiding. "You'll never find me," he declared, puffing up his tiny chest. Max and Bella turned around and began counting together. 1, 2, 3. Timmy zipped away, his little feet barely making a sound. He dove under a flower pot, then changed his mind and scampered up the garden hose, finally settling in a small hanging basket with flowers. "Perfect," he whispered, barely visible. 20, Max barked. "Ready or not?" Bella perked up, her ears twitching. "He's fast," she said. Max nodded. "But we've got teamwork." They searched high and low, sniffing the air and checking under leaves. Timmy held his breath as Max passed right beneath him. The tension grew. Would they spot him before sunset? Max. The dog sniffed the garden again, his nose twitching. "He's close, I can smell sunflower seeds," he mumbled. Bella the rabbit scanned the trees, her floppy ears alert. "Max, up there!" She pointed to the hanging flower basket. Max squinted, then gasped. That sneaky hamster, he chuckled. Timmy, we see you. Timmy squeaked in shock, his tiny head popping out from behind the flowers. No, you guys are too good, he laughed, jumping down safely. The three friends burst into giggles, rolling in the grass together. Okay, Timmy panted. You win this round. Bella grinned. That was the best hiding spot of the day. Max licked Timmy's cheek. Let's call it a tie. Everyone played their best. The sun was setting, painting the sky with pink and orange. Same time tomorrow? Bella asked. You bet, said Max, wagging his tail. The trio sat quietly, watching the last rays of sunshine fade, their hearts full of joy and friendship. As the sun dipped below the hills, Max the dog stretched and smiled. Today was amazing, he said, tail wagging. Bella the rabbit nodded. We laughed, we hid, we found best day ever. Timmy the hamster rolled onto his back, gazing at the stars. I didn't even know I could climb that high, he giggled. The friends sat in a peaceful circle, proud of their fun and teamwork. You know, Max said thoughtfully, hide and seek isn't just a game. It's about trust, patience, and having fun with those you care about. Bella added, and learning that winning isn't everything. Sharing laughter is the real prize. Timmy squeaked, we're all champions today. They all high-pawed and laughed together. Moral of the story, true fun comes from playing fair, supporting friends, and cherishing little moments. Like, share, and subscribe for more heartwarming adventures with Max and friends.